This video is on the verb compare. The question is, compare oceanic plates with continental plates. Now the verb compare means show how things are similar or different. Now if they're nice enough to ask you this kind of question, I'm sure they'd give you like a table, scaffold template, or if not, you'd have to probably draw it yourself. The way I would tackle this question is by drawing a table. So I would write on the left column characteristic, then oceanic plate and continental plate. 4 marks, I'm looking at 4 characteristics. That's how I think of it. Okay, so half a mark for each correct response. So characteristic, let's say color. Characteristic 1, next one is density. Okay, what else? We can talk about composition, what it's made of. And finally, thickness. Okay, so 4 characteristics. Here's a table, horribly drawn table. I'll do the best I can in terms of writing. So forgive me if it gets a bit messy. Okay, so let's compare the pair. 4 marks, color. Add another line. Okay, in terms of color, oceanic plates tend to be darker color. Continental, lighter. Okay, with respect to one another. Okay, think of ocean divers. If you see on TV, the deeper you go into an ocean, the darker it gets, and the ocean floor tends to be dark, right? So think of it that way. Continental plates are lighter relative to oceanic plates. So there you go, that's your first mark there. I'd say half a mark for each correct box. Half a mark. So it's 1 mark out of the way. Density. Density means how heavy something is, right? Oceanic plates tend to be higher in density than continental plates because they're a lot thicker. And that comes to thickness. Comes to the next characteristic, which is thickness. Apologies, not thickness. It's composition. Okay, composition means what they're made of. So oceanic plates tend to be made of denser, mostly basaltic rock. So basaltic rock consists of basalt. Okay, these are actually dense and they're rich in iron. Iron is quite dense, as opposed to continental plates, which are mostly granitic rock. So granite, if you've got granite features in your house, you'll notice that they're, if someone's building a house and you weigh, let's say, a granite tile versus a basaltic tile, you see that the granitic, the granite tile is less dense, mostly granitic, and that's less dense with less iron. Okay, so half a mark for each of these. Okay, so mostly basaltic rock for oceanic plate. Okay, that's why it's denser, because it's got more iron. And mostly granite in continental plates. They're less dense with less iron. Thickness, so the oceanic plates tend to be thinner than continental plates. If you really think about it, because mountains, you can go up as many k's as you want with mountains, whereas the ocean floor, not really, right? So that's a simple compare question. 4 marks for making a table like this. Here's an activity for you to do. Question: compare the Earth's crust with the inner core. Let's say 3 marks. Okay, it's the same idea. You can draw a table, list characteristics, and so on and so forth.